What's up, guys? Episode 54 is coming to a close. That means it's time for the Indy news. We're going to be talking about Chikara. We're going to be talking about Ring of Honor. We're actually going to do results that we didn't get to do on our midweek wrap-up. We got PWG news, lots of PWG news.
Lots of stuff in general.
All kinds
This is going to be one of the most packed Indy newses that we've had in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff happen.
Including
Holy crap! It's so packed,
It's coming out my gills.
It's coming out every which way. So we're going to start off with our Ring of Honor TV results. We didn't get to do this on our midweek wrap-up, but we're going to cover it now.
It was awesome.
It was a very good episode. We opened up with Roderick Strong versus the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. This
off the hook.
These two beat the fuck out of each other.
Yes.
And there's not really a way to be technical with Strong Style, I feel like. It's just because Strong Style is all about just heavy strikes, just really drilling into the other guy. But these guys were very, very technically sound with their high impact moves.
Yeah, and they started off with a lot of really solid foundation of wrestling.
Yeah.
With a really solid foundation of wrestling. Excuse my poor grammar.
It's okay.
Before they got to like really intense, pounding each other's face in stuff. At one point, randomly, a referee runs down with a towel.
Yeah, what was...
it was never explained why.
See, the WWE part of my brain went, oh my god, is someone bleeding? Are they going to wipe the person off so they can keep the match going? They were in a rest hold at the time. Roddy had Nakamura in a sleeper hold, and Nakamura was getting back up. I was like, oh, someone bleeding? But no, there wasn't anything going on. I was like, oh wait, it's not WWE.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if one of them was bleeding, they would just let them bleed.
Yeah, because that's what you do.
Unless it was going to be like a life or death situation.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'd probably call.
But then from this point on, it gets extremely physical. Roddy ends up hitting the strong breaker on Nakamura, who kicks out.
Yeah, well, he hit the freaking running knee first, which sent Nakamura onto the back of his own head.
Yeah, he flipped and it caused Nakamura to land awkwardly
in the strong breaker.
Yeah.
With a weird. He took it more like a back cracker than the double knee back breaker.
Yeah, and he ended up kicking out of that, and then it was a more back and forth. Roddy ends up hitting the knee again, but then Nakamura says, you can go fuck yourself, because he ends up ducking a couple clotheslines, hits a super kick, and Nakamura picks up the win over Roderick Strong. Very good opener. From there, we moved on to Gato taking on Michael Elgin. This was another very, very physical match.
Gato versus the Man Baby. Man Baby Eugene Elgin.
If they didn't bring up the tail of the tape, and if I didn't know better, I would not have expected, just the way he looks, I wouldn't think Gato's been wrestling since 1989.
Yeah, well, Gato is one of the senior most people in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I mean, yeah, if I didn't know, but I wouldn't think it, because he still looks really good for someone who's been wrestling for 26 years.
Almost my entire life.
That's crazy.
Almost my entire life.
I was like a year and a half when he started wrestling. That's insane.
I was less than a year.
Yeah. He looks great. Him and Michael Elgin went out, beat the crap out of each other. Michael Elgin ends up picking up the win with the buckle bomb, sit-up, powerbomb combination.
Yeah, double stomp first, too.
Oh,
double stomped him on the back, and then hit the buckle bomb, then hit the sit-up powerbomb. It's like, fucking A.
That's going to keep a guy down. That's three very stiff shots to the back. I'm gonna stay down for that one.
That's a little overkill there, maybe, Michael.
Well, it's
Man Baby.
It's Michael Elgin. What do you expect?
He's a man baby.
But then, our main event, 6-man tag team match. We had the Bullet Clubs, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks taking on Team Chaos. It was Okada, the Rainmaker, teaming up with Roppongi Vice, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta. Holy crap!
This match was fun, to say the least.
A
lot of stuff happened.
So much stuff happened.
There were super kicks to everyone's delight, especially Steve Corino.
Oh, Corino.
Super kick!
Corino was so into this match that And he's such a lover of the Bullet Club that he was so into this match he didn't realize that AJ was getting dropped on his face.
Well, that was Gallows butting it on the commentary.
Was that Gallows?
Yeah.
I thought that was Carino.
No, that was Gallows. That's why I thought it was so funny.
Oh.
It's because it was Gallows who was in the Bullet Club's corner.
Yeah, they like Gallows and Anderson.
How awesome the Bullet Club were as AJ Styles was getting flapjacked onto his face.
Yeah, everybody gets their shots in here. I got some cool double teams from Rocky and Trent.
Yeah. They had that guillotine leg drop, knee to the face combo. Yeah. That was pretty sick.
Some really cool double teams from them. And then Okada throwing 2 of his beautiful drop kicks throughout this match, which was awesome.
Never got to hit the clothesline though, that Rainmaker.
I just realized he hit AJ twice with that drop kick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once off the corner and once
to
through Beretta's legs.
Yeah, to avert
deny the clash.
Yeah, deny the Styles Clash. But then, unfortunately, this match is ended with the death of Trent Beretta.
Literally.
No, not literally. But he gets.
He gets a reverse tombstone from AJ Styles, spiked by Matt Jackson.
Yes. Then he's passed over to the Bucks, and they hit the Meltzer driver.
Then back over to AJ
for the Styles Clash.
After getting a double super kick while upside down.
Yes.
From the Bucks.
Okada got the double super kick Pele combo. There was so much going on. The Bullet Club picking up the win over Trent Beretta. Holy crap. There's so much going on in this match. It is insane. Loved every second of it. And a very, very fun episode of ROH TV. But that's not all the results we got. We're going to send it over to Kevin Hawk for some awesome stuff. What are we starting with here?
We've got Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Mystery Vortex 3. Rock and Shock the Nation. I almost said Rock and Sock Connection.
Well, you are a wrestling fan, so I would have let it pass.
Alright. Yeah, so awesome thing about Mystery Vortex 3, there were no matches announced.
I think this is the coolest thing ever.
Still, the place was sold out.
Because it's Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
What's her name from Modern Families was there?
Yeah, Sofia Vergara and Joe Magnelio, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah. He was on Raw once.
She posted some pictures from ringside. I think they're dead.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll pop up if we have the ability to... We have picture abilities, right?
Yeah, we can do
pictures.
That.
Pictures are the easiest thing to edit in, aren't they?
Indie Movement posted it on their... she posted it on her Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's out there.
So we opened up with Tommaso Ciampa defeating my boy Johnny Gargano. With the world's cutest tag team, Get Revenge against the Monster Mafia, defeating them. Candice hits Alexander with reverse Rana off the top.
Nice.
Monster Mafia dethrone world's cutest tag team at DDT4. So they get their revenge. Biff Busick defeats Timothy Thatcher. We had the PWG Championship match. Roderick Strong defeated Mike Bailey. Brian Cage defeated John Silver of the Beaver Boys. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Chris Hero. And in the main event for the PWG Tag Team Championships, the Young Bucks defeat Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett, the new champions who just got crowned at DDT4. Lose due to interference from Roderick Strong. Allows the Young Bucks to hit the Meltzer driver on Everett. They get the win. They're the new tag team champions. Post-match, they start beating down on Trevor Lee, and I know the referee gets involved, and he gets pushed out of the way. He gets knocked down. Excalibur comes out, the commissioner of PWG. He gets attacked. Super Dragon shows up. Seems to join forces with the Bucks and Roderick Strong. Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae come out. They get demolished. Mike Bailey comes out. He gets attacked. And Biff Busick comes out. He gets laid out. And Super Dragon reveals a new Mount Rushmore 2.0 t-shirt with him, the Bucks, and Roderick Strong.
Wow.
A new Mount Rushmore in PWG. And perhaps even slightly more intimidating than the last one.
Kevin Steen, man.
Yeah, but I'm more afraid of Roderick Strong than I am of Adam Cole.
That's fair.
I know all I have to do is chop Adam Cole with a dick.
He'll tell you to suck it.
Yeah.
Of course, so will the Young Bucks. But they'll kick you in the face.
So yeah, big strides there. I'm pretty sure that's when she took that picture.
Yeah.
At the end, was the whole ring was littered with bodies.
Yeah.
And then on the 27th, Saturday, we had IWA Mid-South's Queen of the Deathmatch and King of the Deathmatch tournaments. They did have a prior night 1 of King of the Deathmatch, so this was night 2 King of the Deathmatch. But King of the Deathmatch was won by Matt Tremont. So that's another deathmatch tournament under his belt this year. Also, Ludark Shaitan is the winner of the Queen of the Deathmatch tournament, who I cannot be certain, but I feel like it might be Lufisto under a mask. Looking sort of like a female Super Dragon / Necro Butcher.
That's fucking terrifying.
But I've never seen said person before.
That's a new name. I've never heard you say it.
I'm gonna look it up on YouTube, and that's my hypothesis.
Well,
we have, and there were a lot of gnarly sounding match stipulations. Worse than some of the stuff they had in CCW's Tournament of Death. There was one first round match, if I remember correctly, that involved the words barefoot and fish hooks. I don't want to know. But let's go back on the nicer side of things to, this sounds like a nice thing, Beyond Wrestling's Life Sucks and Then You Die.
This sounds better than barefoot and fish hook. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I also think Syringes was involved in that one too.
No. Make it stop.
He's gonna tap out.
Make it stop. Talk about the non-crazy show.
Unfortunately, at the beginning of the show, management had to come out and announce that Candice LeRae was unable to make the show due to injury. Apparently, something that may have happened at PWG 2 nights before, because this was on the 20th. This was Sunday, and so Team Tremendous was scheduled to face the World's Cutest Tag Team, and the World's Cutest Tag Team was replaced by Matt Taven and Michael Bennett, the Kingdom, who defeat Team Tremendous.
Holy shit.
And then we have Joey Ryan, who's left without his partner, gets added into the next match. It's him versus Colt Cabana versus Johnny Cockstrong in a 3-way match, which was won by Colt Boom Boom Cabana. Post-match, Pinky Sanchez comes out, starts attacking Colt Cabana, and then the rest of Team Pazuzu sends Chris Dickinson. So you have EYFBO and Jaka. They come out, they start attacking Colt. They get fought off by the Garden State Gods and the Symbiote, and it turns into an 8-man tag match. The two teams teaming together to take on Team Pazuzu.
Wow.
Team Pazuzu wins. Jaka getting the win with the Superfly Splash. Dave Starr defeated Anthony Stone, who was replacing the injured Dave Cole. Donovan Dijak, Banana Hands, defeating Biff Busick. A lot of people were saying that was match of the night.
Nice.
Team Death by Elbow, JT Dunn and Chris Hero defeated the Hoods using a double roaring elbow. The Hit Squad defeat the Hooligans. This one comes with another post-match attack from Team Pazuzu.
The hell, Pazuzu?
And then we have a no disqualification match between Nick Gage versus Stockade. Nick Gage wins. Again, another post-match attack from Team Pazuzu. But this one comes from Chris Dickinson and Heidi Lovelace.
Yes.
Coming in. And they get stopped by their opponents for this evening.
Team Shimberly.
Shimberly. That's better than what I had. I had Kimron.
Well, Shinron posted a picture. It was actually really cool. It was a picture of him doing a handstand on like a stair railing, and then like Kimberly was back kind of like posing like underneath his arm and everything, and like hashtag Team Shimberly.
So
it's actually on the Facebook.com/Wrestling Rundown.
Shimberly, much better than the team name I came up with for Dickinson and Lovelace. Dickless. Shimberly versus Dickless. Though the Pazuzu representatives, Chris Dickinson and Heidi Lovelace, did pick up the win.
Of course.
And then in the main event, AR Fox defeated Paul London.
Ooh.
I want want to see that match.
That's a badass match.
But yeah, I mean, Team Pazuzu getting involved a lot during this show.
Chill the fuck out.
And against a lot of people, like, I wouldn't want to mess with. I mean, sure, Colt Cabana's one thing, and they've had their beef with Cabana, but then the Hit Squad, I know you're not that familiar with the Hit Squad, but the Hit Squad are these two just, like, bad attitude, enormous bald dudes from Brooklyn.
Fuck that.
I assume they're from Brooklyn. They're Monster Mac and Mafia, I think, if they're still the original members from, like, the early 2000s.
That's terrifying.
And Nick Gage.
They're just trying to show dominance. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're establishing dominance.
But that's all we have for results.
Yes.
I know we have some news upcoming.
We do have
news stuffs. Maybe an update on our running story of Figures Toy Company.
Yes, Figures Toy Company. We've talked about it for the last 4 or 5 weeks now. We got
the
ROH,
Briscoes, Adam Cole, the Bucks,
Kevin Steen, Joey Ryan, Brian Myers,
Cliff
Compton,
Kenny Omega.
Now we know that New Jack,
Justin
Cornette,
Credible,
Mikey Whipwreck, Justin Credible, all getting action figures. We've got more to announce, along with New Jack and Mikey Whipwreck joining the Legends line, the ECW guys. We're getting the Blue Meanie. Blue Meanie's getting his own action figure.
Huh.
And as if the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and the fact that there's already AJ Styles action figures out there, we are now getting Doc Gallows and the Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neil.
I wonder if that's coming in a 2-pack.
I bet they would. You're gonna get. Eventually, we're gonna have a whole Bullet Club just hanging out up here on this table. It's gonna happen.
That'd be okay.
So yeah, and there's still more names.
Of course. I mean, that's what I was saying a couple weeks ago. The fact that they're taking it upon themselves to run a line of independent wrestling action figures.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, of course, the more people they sign on, the more it will cost up front, you know, like right away, and cost to produce so many different people. But
there's enough of a following.
There's so many different people that they have, like, basically, the video game equivalent would be like unlimited ammunition.
Yeah.
Like, just like as many different people as you could just keep pulling, because you can pull all Moose and ACH and Carl Anderson and Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano and Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley and Kushida and Delirious and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett and Maria and Adam Cole and Super Dragon and, you know, I can keep Roderick
Shinron
Strong.
in the portal.
Shinra, fuck. I didn't even get started on Chikara.
Figures Toy Company just put out an entire Chikara line, please.
You'd have 2 of them bought.
Quack, I'm looking at you. I'm not really looking at you, but I'm looking to you to make this happen. Get a Chikara line, and I guarantee you, 2 sets are already bought by the 2 of us. Yeah, this is cool. I love the fact that we're getting indie action figures. It
allows us to feel like we're 12 again.
I know, right?
Not that
we get to be excited. We get to be excited about toys.
We don't play with action figures. What are you talking about?
Who has action figures nowadays?
Not us.
No, there's people doing real things, like people getting married. Current WWE star, formerly known as Pac on the Indies. That's how I'm tying this in. Just got married this past Wednesday. Kept it on the hush hush. So yeah, I mean, he got to have some time off. He's settling down. I don't know the name of his wife, but she is very pretty.
Which explains why it was the Lucha Dragons teaming with the Rock players.
That's why.
And not Neville and somebody else.
Nah, he was out getting hitched. If you want to,
congratulations.
There is a picture on Ringside News, their website. So she's very pretty, and he looks very happy. So congratulations to Neville, aka Pac,
aka Legolas.
Yeah. Moving on, we have a new trio announced for King of Trios. This is Team Attack. We got Mark Andrews,
aka Mandrews
from TNA. We got Morgan Webster, who is someone that we've never heard of.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with said person, but I am familiar with Webster's dictionary. So.
Right, and then we have Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, if you remember last year's King of Trios, he was part of Team UK along with Mandrews and his brother Damien.
Yeah. So Damien is being replaced by Morgan Webster, and they are Team Attack. They are the 4th team announced for King of Trios.
Along with Fight Club Pro,
AAA, and the Bullet Club. And then our final... Too sweet. And then in our final indie news segment here...
tying this into real life news.
Yes.
As well.
Obviously, I'm sure, as most of you know, if you don't know, where the hell have you been?
And surprise if you haven't heard this one yet.
Surprise. I believe it was this past Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the exact day, but it is now legal through all 50 states for people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever you choose to be. You can now get married. Congratulations. And in light of that, Money Matt Cage, who I should be talking about on one of our upcoming shows.
Been kind of prominent throughout the center of the country promotions.
Yeah.
Very Midwest location kind of guy.
He just recently came out as being officially gay. He has...
Officially gay?
Well, he's said in the past that he's bisexual. And so, but this was his... he had this really long post on his Facebook, and talked about how he'd always really feared the idea of being rejected, but he's made so many friends within the wrestling community and throughout life that he feels comfortable enough, and he's able to come out and say that he is gay. So unfortunately, ladies, he is now off the market for you. But guys, go for it. This was something that he even apologized for people that he had lied to, keeping the secret from, just because it was something that he wasn't sure he could say without possibly losing someone that he cared about. And now he feels free enough that he's able to say it. He's out there. Congratulations, Matt Cage. Awesome for you. Awesome for people countrywide that are now able to do what they want to do.
Also, big shout out to CM Punk for some amazing tweets over the weekend.
CM Punk has a Gay Pride Pro Wrestling t-shirt.
Yes.
The rainbow fist, that is cool.
He's also claimed that he may be gay Jesus. And there's also a picture of him kissing Daniel Bryan. On the mouth. On the mouth.
We know.
I want this picture to be brought up right here, just so everybody can see it. And the tweet is: there was that one time that Daniel Bryan did wear a bunch of jelly bracelets on TV.
Well, I mean, you do things in wrestling, and if you've watched the Unfiltered with Renee Young on the WWE Network, Darren Young talking about how CM Punk was one of the first people to come up to him and say, "Hey, I'm proud of what you did. If you've got any problems,
send them to me.
People can talk to me." So, it's been a whirlwind as far as this subject is concerned. Some people feeling liberated, other people feeling attacked. It's real world shit is just
here at the Wrestling
crazy.
Rundown. We are all in favor of everyone getting to marry whoever they love, no matter what their downstairs says.
Hashtag love wins.
Hashtag downstairs.
Okay, and with that,
we need to get into some upcoming shows.
Yes.
Before we get way too off the track here.
Well, I think we're already off the rails, but let's get this going.
All right, on the 10th of next month, July
7/10.
AIW's AIW's Absolution X Absolution Roman numeral 10. We've been touting this one for a while because it's kind of a big deal. You know how big of a deal it is?
It's so...
Vader's gonna be there.
The fuck?
That's how big it is. Somebody with big in their name, Big Van Vader.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there. I wonder if he drives a van.
Maybe?
What if he drives one of the really large, long vans? And it could be he's really Big Van Vader.
Parentheses driving. Big van.
He's got to have a big van to keep that elephant helmet in. He's going to be there. There's going to be an 8-man tag match between the Iron Curtain. They're taking on Joshua Singh, Kaplan, Frankie Flynn, and Brian Carson. There's the 6-way scramble match. That's going to have Flip Kendrick, Lewis Linden, Chris Sabin, Cedric Alexander, Tyler Thomas, and Candice LeRae.
Holy crap.
There's going to be a last man standing match between Ethan Page and Eddie Kingston. There's going to be no anything goes match between Nick Gage and Tim Donst. There's going to be the 10-man Cleveland street fight. Talking Johnny Gargano, Alex Daniels, Josh Prohibition, and the Young Bucks versus EC3, DJZ, Raymond Rowe, Matt Cross, and Samoa Joe. Matt Cross didn't rhyme, so
he was your break.
Everything.
It sounded really cool the way you said it.
Rap.
Yeah, it was good. You just rapped dudes on.
And then four title matches. The women's championship match, Veda Scott versus Athena. 2 Infinity defends the tag titles against Hot Sauce Entertainment. BJ Whitmer challenges Davey Vega for the Intense Championship, and Josh Alexander defends the Absolute Championship against Ricky Shane Page.
Wow.
Lots of stuff going on. That's a big one. That's a DVD I will be purchasing in the future.
Hell yeah.
But that's that show. And if you don't want to watch it after that plug we just gave it, then you're probably not a fan of independent wrestling.
Yeah. And
watch a different video. And then there's going to be an ROH TV taping, I hear.
Yep, the day after, on the 11th, we're on the Aftershock tour right now. We're leading up to Death Before Dishonor.
We're shocked. We got shocked at Best in the World, and this is after the shock.
Yes. We got 3 matches announced for the tapings on the 11th. We have Adam Cole taking on Bobby Fish. We have a mixed tag team match where Jay Lethal and Truth Martini will take on Jay Briscoe and ODB.
Huh. That'll be fun.
And then in the main event, a triple threat match, Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong versus AJ Styles.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
intense
one. A bunch more people are set to appear. We'll have more matches, I'm sure, by next week, and we'll let you know. But I'm going to send it back over to you. What do you got next?
Also on the 11th, we have a doubleheader coming out of Philadelphia's 2300 Arena, a.k.a. formerly known as FKA, the ECW Arena. It's WSU and CZW doubleheader. We're going to start off at 4 o'clock with WSU's Control. And that's going to feature a match between Veda Scott and Solo Darling. They're on the Spirit Championship tournament still. Last thing we talked about, they had last show we covered, they had the first round. Now they're having the semifinals. It's going to be Athena versus Leva Bates and Brittany Blake versus a to-be-determined opponent. They also have the tag team championships on the line as the Dollhouse try to dethrone the current tag team champions, Chicks Using Nasty Tactics. And the championship will also be on the line as Cherry Bomb defends against a mystery opponent, or maybe a to-be-determined opponent. It just says question mark. So I don't know if that means mystery or to be determined.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm going to say mystery because there was actually a TBD behind Brittany Blake's opponent spot.
Oh.
So it could be a mystery opponent coming in there. Which, I mean, we know some news coming out of the TNA camp of Awesome Kong and Terrence Terrell.
Awesome Kong and Terrence Terrell both just announced their
taking a hike.
Their departure from TNA. So
Cherry Bomb,
you said the Dollhouse is on there?
Yeah, I'm apologizing in advance if your opponent is Awesome Kong.
Good luck.
But then at 8 o'clock we have CZW's New Heights. We know that the front is going to be in 6-person tag team action against Greg Excellence, Sozio, and Chrissy Rivera. Rich Swann is going to take on Joey Janela. David Starr is going to go against Shane Strickland. Mike Bailey versus AR Fox coming out of the last show we talked about AR Fox attacking Mike Bailey.
Right. That's going to be a good match.
A rematch between Nick Gage and Drew Gulak. The Wired Championship is on the line. Chainsaw Joe Gacy against Tim Donst.
What?
And in the main event, the Tag Team Championships. Tag Team Championship main event, people. And of course it's the main event because it's Ohio is for Killers defending against Team Tremendous and against the Beaver Boys and against the Young Bucks in a 4 corners tag team match.
Oh boy.
But then, another set of Ring of Honor tapings on the 17th, correct?
Yes. On the 17th of July, we have tapings coming to us from Las Vegas. We've got...
one of Karina's favorite places.
Yeah. We've got Roppongi Vice taking on the Young Bucks. For our main event, we have a six-man Vegas wild card match. We have Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong, and Moose taking on Jay Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Dalton Castle.
Huh.
And then
Alright.
we also have, now that Jay Lethal is the world champion and TV champion, Nigel McGuinness is now naming the #1 contender for the TV title. And he's doing a tournament within that for that whole night. We're getting three singles matches, and the winners will go on to a triple threat match. So by the end of those tapings, we will know who Jay Lethal will defend the TV title against. And here are the first round matches. We got Christopher Daniels versus Mark Briscoe. We got Matt Taven versus Bobby Fish, and we have Frankie Kazarian versus ACH.
Huh. That's crazy. I wonder, do you think that means Jay Lethal will have to defend both titles at Death Before Dishonor?
Wouldn't that suck?
Like, he'd probably open and close the show.
Probably.
Who was in the second match?
Matt Taven and Bobby Fish.
And who was against Daniels?
Briscoe. Mark Briscoe.
I'm putting my money is either on Fish or Briscoe to take the whole tournament.
Alright. Yeah, I can see it. Also, we have a special announcement by Maria Canales.
Oh.
Not sure what it is, but she's got something she wants to say. And she can say whatever she wants because she's beautiful.
She is.
Back over to you.
Also on the 17th,
Whoa.
Ring of Honor likes to book on the same day as a lot of other people's shows.
Apparently.
AAW's United We Stand. We know that we're going to have Shane Hollister versus Matt Cage, who we talked about earlier. And then also the Tag Team Championships are going to be defended. Ohio is for Killers, defending their AAW Tag Team Championships against the Hooligans, as well as the new AAW champion Ethan Page taking on Johnny Gargano, defending the title against the whole shebang, the Bee's Knees, the Cat's Pajamas.
That was
all heart, Johnny Gargano. Which is pretty
Johnny
cool.
Wrestling.
Yeah. And then, next up on the list is the very show, Death Before Dishonor.
Yes.
Ring of Honor.
On the 24th.
Ring of Honor's dishonorable death show.
On the 24th, coming from Baltimore, Maryland, we have 3 matches announced so far. We got the 4-corner survival match for the tag team titles.
I mean, okay, so we did. This is the Ring of Honor equivalent to the CCW main event.
Exactly. We've got the Addiction, the champions, defending against War Machine, Red Dragon, and the Kingdom. Holy shit. That's going to be one hell of a match. So good luck to the Addiction. We also have a no disqualification match between ACH and Adam Page. This has been building. Adam Page
for a while.
Adam Page has been calling ACH out, saying that he has no heart, he has no charisma, just saying all these terrible things.
His name isn't Leroy.
Yeah, it is on Facebook. So yeah, they're having a no disqualification match, and then in the main event we have Jay Lethal defending the ROH Championship against the newly crowned #1 contender, Mr. ROH Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
So, only 3 matches so far. We still got a couple more weeks before that show, but it's already looking like it's going to be one hell of a show.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. So,
finish it off.
Yeah, the 25th of July, we head over to the East Coast. We're talking South Windsor, Connecticut for Chikara. Storming the castle. 2 matches announced. Awesome. We've got a singles match with Challenge of the Immortals implications as Silver Ant, representing the Nightmare Warriors, takes on the leader of the United Nations, Juan Francisco de Coronado, as well as the Devastation Corporation defending the Campeonatos de Parejas against the Crown and Court combination, Jervis Cottonbelly and Princess Kimberly.
Price.
But that's not all for Chikara, because the next night, in Providence, Rhode Island, at Fet Music,
Chikara again!
Their first appearance there, I'm pretty sure. The Immaculate Election.
It's a hell of a name for a show.
It's a fun name for a show. I like it. Immaculate Election.
You just like saying it.
It's fun to say. 3 matches announced for said show. There is Atomicos action, COTI points on the line, as the Crown and Court, all 4 members, Los Ice Creams, Jervis Cottonelli, and Princess Kimberly, perhaps could be new tag team champions rolling into town. But also, new tag team champions are not probably pretty beat up after facing the Devastation Corporation. And if that's not bad enough, they have to go 4-on-4 against the Snake Pit, Ophidian, Argus, Shinron, and Eddie Kingston.
I'm just going to say this right now. The Snake Pit's going to take it, because if the freshest members of Crown and Court are those ice creams,
then of course you want fresh ice cream. You don't want, like, melted crap.
Well, I'm just saying, no matter how fresh that ice cream is, that team is losing.
Yeah, there's way too many skinny people on that team.
No
one's eating ice cream.
It's going to be a bad night for Crown and Court.
Yeah, also in trios action, we have 3 members of Amasis' Battle Hive are going to go against Chuck Taylor, Drew Gulak, and Swamp Monster.
Yeah, the Gentleman's Club.
Swamp Monster, who's also now very excited over the gay marriage legislation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Swamp Monster gay? Oh, Swamp Monster is gay.
Yeah, we're pretty sure. So says Chuck Taylor.
I believe Chuck Taylor.
And in the main event, Dasher Hatfield, the old-timey King of Swing, cashing in 4 points.
Yeah.
Or maybe 3 points. And he might... does he cash in 3 points and have a remainder of 1 left over?
Is there a rollover?
Or does he just have to cash in all 4 right now? Because he does have 4 points, and he's challenging the current Grand Champion, Hala Wicked.
Yeah, check out the new event center on Chikara's YouTube page. Great promo by Dasher.
Absolutely,
saying that Hala Wicked is one of the best, but when it comes to this match, the best just isn't going to be good enough.
Yeah, Dasher Hatfield's going to be bester than you. Then we know on the 26th, the same day as Immaculate Election, Beyond Wrestling presents their next show, American Rana 2015. No matches announced as of this point in time. I do know, I don't even remember who it is. Drew Gulak challenged somebody for a tag team match.
So we'll probably get that.
I'm gonna guess. At least that. And then, looking a little bit farther down the line, almost an entire month away from that one.
Wow.
On August 28th, 29th, and 30th, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla brings you the 3-day annual tournament that is the Battle of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And this is probably, next to any King of Trios in recent history, the most stacked lineup of any tournament. We're talking guys from AAA, Lucha Underground, and from the UK, all flying in to take part in Battle of Los Angeles. I mean, talking about Will Ospreay, Timothy Thatcher, or no, not Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah.
Well, he is. He's third.
Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll. Speedball Mike Bailey's going to be in there.
Chris Hero.
Biff Busick.
Mark Andrews.
Cage.
Ricochet.
Ricochet.
A.K.A. Puma.
Echo Prince Puma.
Prince Puma.
Trevor Lee.
Tommy End. You skipped Tommy.
I don't care about Tommy End. Actually, I do, because he looks like he could probably kick my head in fairly
He's the newest Art of Wrestling. I gotta listen to that.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Pentagon Jr.?
Drew Gulak.
I like Drew Gulak a lot. Angelico.
Trent?
Yes. Trent will be there. Andrew Everett's going to be there too.
Soul Phoenix.
And Rich Swann.
And Jack Evans.
What about Drago?
What about #Reborn Matt Sydal?
Aerostar.
Zack Sabre Jr.
And Drew Galloway.
Hell yeah.
That rounds out the 24 people in this tournament.
Crap. There's so many people. I know them all.
And
this makes me so excited.
And you gotta think also, I mean, what's gonna be the fallout of with Super Dragon and the Bucks and Roderick Strong?
There's so
all sorts of other PWG guys who are regulars that aren't even in this tournament, so non-tournament stuff possible.
Yeah.
With guys like Johnny Gargano and the other person I was thinking of, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's done the last couple shows, so yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff going on in PWG. They got a lot of stuff going on in there.
Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. All kinds of stuff. That's gonna be fun though.
It is.
3-day tournament.
That
King of Trios coming up.
Names.
Knowing the Bullet Club, Team AAA.
Hell, King of Trios is a week after Battle of Los Angeles, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's in September.
The 28th till the 4th. So yeah, like 6 days.
Also, there will be a update, maybe filmed Monday post Raw review. The deadline for the COTI captains to enter their King of Trios teams in is tomorrow night.
Oh right, so yeah.
So there's a chance that we could add in a decent amount of extra teams into the King of Trios pool.
Yeah, we've got 4. So I mean, how many COTI teams are there? There's 8.
8 or 10, something.
Yeah,
like that.
so I mean, we could get at least 8 more trios added to this, plus whoever else isn't announced. So be sure to look forward to the Raw review coming up this Tuesday.
And perhaps the special King of Trios update.
Yeah,
maybe.
So that'll be posted right after. So be sure to look forward to that. But I think that's it for indie news.
That'll be all for the independent news.
All kinds of stuff going on this week. All kinds of stuff coming up. Be sure to keep up with the indie news. You can do that by all the links down in the description. We've got Ring of Honor. We got DGUSA. We got Chikara. We got Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. We got Beyond Wrestling. We got all kinds of stuff down there in the description. Follow all them. Follow all of our links.
Yeah.
The Facebooks, the Twitters, the Tumblrs, the Instagram, the Reddit, the email, his email.
My email.
That stuff. So you can follow what we're doing. You can get updates when our videos go up. And be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and tell your friends about the videos because we want to talk about wrestling. What is that?
That's a playlist. That's got all the videos we've done in this past week.
Okay, so the Raw review, there's a
midweek wrap up,
and a SmackDown rundown.
And guess what? It's back next week. Thomas' Top 5.
The June edition of the Top 5.
The Hune edition.
And a quick update for...
Not to be confused with Hunico.
No. For those of you that are still asking about the website that's coming, we're actually getting some more renovations done. We're getting some original logos done and stuff like that. So it's going to be
fine tuning.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more time before it comes out, but we will let you know as soon as it does.
A slight delay.
Yeah.
This much.
Well,
you can get over it. You can get over it if it took Tobuscus like an extra year to come out with his game.
We still love you, Tobuscus.
And that you can't get it unless you have an Apple device.
Bless your face.